Morning students. Today continue the lesson Rural Life and Society. Peasants revolts. The British rule in India brought about many changes in the agrarian system in the country. The old agrarian system collapsed under the new system. The ownership of land was conferred on the zamindars. They tried to extract as much as they would from the cultivators of land. The life of the peasants was extremely miserable. The various peasant movement and uprising during the 19th and 20th century were in the nature of a protest against of the existing condition under which their exploitation knew no limits. The Sandal Rebellion in 1855 to 56, the first revolt which can be recorded as peasants' revolt was the Sandal Rebellion in 1855 to 56. The land near the hills of Rajmahal in Bihar was cultivated by the Sandals. The landlords and money lenders from the cities took advantages of their ignorance and began grabbing their lands. This created bitter resentment among them, leading to their armed uprising in 1855. The houses of European planters, British officers, railway engineers, zamindars, and money lenders were attacked. The rebellion continued till February 1856. Then when the Indigo Revolt. Indigo Revolt Then Indigo Revolt 1859 to 60. The Bengal indigo cultivators strike was the most militant and widespread peasant uprising. The European indigo planters compelled the tenant farmers to grow indigo at terms highly disadvantageous to the farmers. The tenant farmer was forced to sell it cheap to the planter and accepted advance from the planter that benefit the latter. To take control of the situation, the government set up an indigo commission in 1860. The indigo planters of Bengal, however, moved and to settle in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. You are looking this picture in the screen is the Indigo Revolt. Then the Papna Revolt. Papna Revolt in 1873 to 76. Papna peasant uprising was a resistance movement by the peasant against the oppression of the zamindars. It originated in Yusufzai Papna, Yusufzai Bargana of Papna in Bengal. It was led by Kesab Chandra Roy. The zamindar routinely collected money from the peasants by the illegal means of forced levy, enhanced, and so on. Peasants were often land on the products of non-payment of rent. Then it occurred only when the Jamindari tried to compel the riots to submit their terms by force. There were only a few cases of looting of the houses of the Jamindars. A few attacks on police station took place and the peasants also resist attempt to execute court degree. Hardly Jamindar agents were killed or seriously injured. In the course of the movement, the riots developed a strong awareness of the law and their legal rights and the ability to campaign and form associations for peaceful agitation. Then when the Deccan riots in 1875. In 1875, the peasant revolt in the district of Pune. That event has been called the Deccan Riots. The peasants revolted primarily against the oppression of local moneylenders who were grabbing their land systematically. The uprising started from a village in Pune district when the village people forced out a local moneylender from the village and captured his property. Gradually, the uprising spread over 33 villages and the peasants looted the property of Marwari Sagudars. However, it resulted in passing of the Deccan Agricultural Relief Act, which removed some of most serious grievances of the peasants. That's all, students. Thank you. What was the causes of Indigo Revolt in 1859 to 60? What was the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi of Chamran Satyagraha? Thank you, students.